Hey everyone, Coach Rachel here, and today we want you to move with intention. So we are bringing you a strength workout that you can do at home with minimal equipment. I'm going to have some coaches join me today so I can give you a couple different options to try while you're at home. We want to make sure that you are warmed up and ready for this strength training, so we are going to start with a hip opener. What I'm going to have you do is come down to the ground. Your arms are going to be out to the side. And the first thing I'm going to have you do is drop a hip as far as you can, a knee to the inside of your body, and back up, and the other side. Some of us have tighter hips than others, and you might not be able to go down as far. That's all right. I just want you to go down as far as you can, completing 10 total. If you tend to sit a lot, this may be tricky, but that's why we're warming up. All right, next move we are going into is our high plank reach. So you're going to flip over, stack your hands under your shoulders, come up into a high plank, and here's what you want to do. Think about like a down dog in yoga where you're going to lift your hips, shift them back, touch opposite hand to opposite toe, and back to high plank. And be mindful when you're coming back in the high plank, you're really nailing that plank. It's a strong motion, you're not dropping your hips. So we're going to go and tap, 10 total. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. If you can't reach your toe, tap your knee. All right, our next move is an overhead split squat lunge. So what you're going to do is take a big step forward. You're balancing a little bit on this back foot, arms up overhead, thumbs back. You're going to try your best to stay upright, keep your torso upright, and make two 90-degree angles with your legs. If you can only go down a little ways, that's fine. Let's do it. And we're going to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other. So switch in over here, arms up, thumbs back, coming down, coming up. As far as you can, keeping torso upright. And I think this is our last one. Just so you know, trainers are notorious for losing count. All right, we are going to get started here. As I mentioned, I have two coaches with me today, Katie and Nate, and we're going to give you a couple different options for the same kind of exercise. So if you need a little bit of a modification, you can look over at Katie, and if you need a little bit more challenging version, you can look over at Nate. And remember, you don't have to commit to modified or more difficult version. You can do both. So if you feel strong on a move and you want to challenge and push yourself, go for it. If you know you might need to back off a little bit on a different move, go for it. Okay, so here is what we're going to do today. We are doing 3 rounds of 2 exercises back to back for 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. Now remember, this is a strength day, so you can go a little bit slower, you can have a little bit more controlled. If you're wearing some kind of monitor that tracks your heart rate, it should be on the slightly lower side. It can be elevated, but you shouldn't be huffing and puffing today until the very end. All right, I got my coaches, we got our workout, we're ready, let's get started. So our first move is going to be a single leg squat to box, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to show you different options. So we're coming down to a chair and back up with control, and at 20 seconds we'll switch to the other side. I want you to think about sitting back and down, arms can come out. And remember, Katie is doing that modified version. All right, let's switch to the other side. Whereas you come down, you can keep your heel down, but she's still loading that leg. So that leg where she sits back and down, she's throwing her weight into, but stabilizing with the other foot. We have 5 seconds, Katie and Nate. 2, 1. All right, we're going to rest for 20. And prepare for our next move. So we're going to come down to the turf here. You're going to come down to the ground at home. You could also do this on a bench or a wall. We're getting ready for a push-up with a core move called Around the World. So their fingertips are forward. They're going to make an arrow shape as they come down to the ground. And let's go. 40 seconds. Nate is on his toes. The modified version, Katie's on her knees. But either way, when they come to that around the world portion, they're going to lift a hand, a foot, and a foot, and try to stay really still through their torso. So I want you to imagine that your torso is locked in cement and you cannot move, you cannot budge while you travel around the world. If we're thinking about breathing in here, we're breathing in on the way down and out on the way up. Looks good. Coaches, we have 5 seconds and then we're going all the way back to that first move. All right, resting here. 20 seconds. Feeling good? Feeling good. All right, air 5. Okay, we are getting ready for that single leg squat to a chair, a box, a step. I'm going to keep an eye on these two. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, because it looks to me maybe that their chairs might be a little low, and so I never want to sacrifice form in order to try to go lower just the sake of going low. So Nate, I'm going to call you out here, friend. I'm going to have you grab that mat next to you, throw it across, and you can grab a pillow, anything else, just to raise the height, and let's switch sides. Already looks better because I want him to have control on the way down, not end with like a plop. So this way, by changing the height of the box, you can perform this move safely and effectively. We have 5 seconds and rest. We're coming back down to push-ups. Round 2. Remember, we got 3 rounds, so this is round 2. Okay, strength. Remember, you don't see them going as fast as possible. They're doing controlled. Their heart rates are staying relatively low. We might see a little sweat coming soon, I know, especially from Nate. All right? All right, let's go. We got 40 seconds and then around the world holding really, really still. You have 2 options here. You can skip the push-up completely if you want and just do around the world. I'm good with that. The point is we want you to move with intention and keep building strength even while you're at home. We are only halfway, coaches. Are you doing okay? Yeah. Yeah, they love it. All right, we have 10 seconds and then we are on to our final round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Last squat. We have 20 seconds. Air 5s. I see my mom and dad are on. Good morning. They're doing their squats and their push-ups. I'm sure my mom's complaining about the push-ups. All right, we have 5 seconds. Last round of squats. 2, 1, and begin. So keep thinking, remember, driving your hips back. Stay loaded in that one leg. Keep hips square, because sometimes when we do that, we tend to maybe kind of shift around. Hips stay square. We got 5 seconds before we switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Switch into the other side. Okay. Nate's working on the harder version with a higher box. Whoa, easy, Nate. And Katie's crushing it with the modified version. We're doing good. We have a few seconds left, and then you are done with the single leg squat. So in 3, 2, 1, we're down for push-ups. This is our last round of push-ups. And after this, we are going to take a 1-minute break, grab water, regroup, and then we're going to move on to our next 2 moves. All right, in 10 seconds, we got push-ups, fingertips forward. Remember, think arrow shape, 45 degrees. Don't wing, don't stay tucked, right in between, and begin. So we got push-up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 around the world. Slow, controlled, breathing through every movement, thinking about keeping our core tight without holding our breath. No holding our breath. And we are halfway, and then you get a rest. And we're going to grab some water in between. Doing good. Last couple. 10 seconds. And we got that rest coming. Remember, you have to take, if you're doing a strength workout, you got to take a breather, recover, regroup so you can keep going strong. And rest, you two. That completes set 1. We are back from our quick breather. We're moving on to our second set of 2 exercises. Remember, I have 2 different versions going on. You can look to Katie and give hers a try. You can look to Nate and give his a try. Let me know in the comments which version are you trying. So we are going to get ready to go here. Our first move is going to be a bridge, a chair bridge. You're going to scoot in. Put your heels up on a chair, a bench, a couch, your dog, whatever, okay? No, my dog would not tolerate this, I know. Okay, and we've got, we're gonna do a single leg bridge here and a bridge with 2 feet on this side. All right, here we go, 40 seconds. So I want you to think about driving up from your hips. You should be using your glutes and your hamstrings to lift your booty off the floor, staying strong and tight through your core with hips and shoulders square. Nate, I'm going to have you switch sides. Katie gets to keep going. Remember, you can also totally ditch the chair, and you can do this single leg from the ground or both feet on the ground in your bridge position. We only have 5 seconds left, you two. And rest. Okay, we are going to prepare for an upper body move. Next, Nate is doing it with some dumbbells. Even if you have a water bottle or something that you can squeeze and create tension with, this move is less about how much the weight is and more about doing it right. So it's 2 moves in 1. The first one is going to be 3 reps of a face pull. So you're pulling back, you're squeezing your back and your shoulder blades together. This should probably feel pretty good. And then we're going up to a lat pull motion. Katie is still, look at, if you can see, I don't know if you can tell from home, but she is shaking because she's creating so much tension with her fists and she's really squeezing her back together as she goes. Nate is shaking over here for a little bit different reason because he's doing the same thing but with a little bit of weight. And we only have 5 seconds left, and then we are going back down to the bridge and rest. Okay. Whew. All right, coming down, getting organized, scooting in, even moving your body forward and back away from what you have your feet on, changing the angle can add some variety too. All right. Here we go. Nate is sticking with single leg. Be mindful too that you're not using the leg that's in the air to swing your booty up into the air. Nate, no, I'm just kidding. He's doing a good job with control. We have 5 seconds until Nate switches sides. And Katie is still doing good, bringing her hips up and down. Nate, I'm going to have you switch. Good. Let's talk about breathing for a second. No breath holding on these moves. I want you to think about breathing in as you bring your booty down to the ground and breathing out as you push your hips up. We got 3 seconds and rest. Okay? We are coming back up for that 2 moves in 1, the face pull followed by a lat pull. Whether you have something in your hands or not, you are going to create tension. You're going to stand up tall and you are going to squeeze your back together. Try to light up this little bit lower part too. Here we go. We got 3. This is one of my favorites too. I know Katie's smiling because it's one of her favorites too, for creating some really good posture, right? Because we kind of get in this rounded position sometimes, so it helps us open up our chest and strengthen back there so we can stand up tall and walk around like, I don't know, the queen, right, Katie? Or king, right, Nate? Right. All right, we have 10 seconds to go, and then we'll be on to our final round. Keeping core tight, watching that you're not arching your back. 3, 2, 1. All right, this is it. Last round of these 2. We're coming back. You're going to use your chair, your couch. We're considering using dogs yet. We don't know. Poor dogs. Whatever. It's the best day of their lives right now. They're so excited we're home.
My dog's too small.
Too small. You're right. You'd have a tiny step. All right. Last round of these. We are going. Looking strong. Remember, this is a strength day, so your heart rate can stay a little bit lower. You don't need to be huffing and puffing. Even if you need longer breaks in between sets, that's totally fine. Make sure you have your water bottle close by. Nate, I'm going to have you switch sides. Good, good. And our last 10, and then we are done with this move. We're looking good. I bet we're looking good at home. 2, and we have 3, 2, 1. All right. This will be our last pull apart. Coming up to a stand. We're doing good. We're getting organized, right? Give it a little wiggle. And then set your body. Get ready to move with intention in 3, 2, 1. All right, pulling apart, squeezing upper back together. 3 reps of those. Followed by 3 reps of a pull down motion. Still squeezing back here, up here. Thinking about our posture, shoulders down and back, and breathing the whole time. In 20 seconds, we are going to move on to a break. It will be our final longer break in this workout right before we start with our last 2 moves, and you have 10 seconds. Doing good. Last couple. 3, 2, 1. Rest. You get a minute break at home. We get a minute break here. Grab some water. We'll be right back with our last 2 moves. All right, we are on to our last 2 movements of your strength workout. We are going to start with an elbow rocker followed by a reverse lunge. Remember, we've got 2 different options. Katie is showing a version, Nate is showing a version, and you get to decide which version that you are going to try at home. So we are going to get started. Remember, we're still working with 40 seconds. I'm going to have these 2 get ready. So Katie is going to be doing the plank on a chair. Remember, chair, bench, couch at home. Nate is taking it to the floor. And we're going to start. And it's an elbow rocker, so it's just a little weight shift. It's not a huge motion, but we're creating just a little bit of instability, which actually helps you create stability in a really strong, solid core. So you'll see here, Nate's keeping his body in one straight, flat line, and all he's doing is shifting his weight forward and back. And Katie is doing the same thing, but on a chair. And remember, you get to choose. Either way, they're staying still and they're having a whole lot of control through this entire movement. And oh my gosh, we only have 3 seconds left. Let's rest. And we are going to get ready for a reverse lunge. Again, if you have some weights at home, you can certainly grab them, but you don't have to. And then Katie is going to do the same thing, but with a little assistance to help her with some stability. So we're going to start in 2, 1, and begin. So they're going to step back and come forward. Nice, good. And remember, everybody's lunges, everybody's squats, everybody's movements in general all look a little bit different. And so you are trying to find the best way for you to lunge right now. That might be with a weight, without a weight. It might be not taking your knee all the way to the ground. It might be holding on to something. We just want you to move. And we only have 10 seconds left. And then we are going all the way back to that rocker. Keeping your torso upright. Looks good. 2, 1. Okay. 20 seconds. And we are going back to that plank. All right, we're going to get ready. Taking a little breather. Okay. Starting with your elbows stacked under your shoulders. Up on your toes. All right, and then doing a little bit of a weight shift forward and back. Again, it's a very subtle little motion. You don't need to be cranking on your shoulders in order to do this. In fact, if you're feeling anything funky in your shoulders, just take it to a plank and hold, or a plank on your knees and hold. We're trying to hit your core here. Yes, thanks, Katie. She is taking it to her knees and holding. We love it. And you have 10 seconds left. And then we're moving on to that second move, the reverse lunge. Last couple. Good, good. Okay, rest. Getting ready to lunge. We got a woot woot and spirit fingers. Okay, whew. We're collecting ourselves. We're getting ready. Remember, we're moving with intentions. We're going to think about activating our body as we go. All right, taking a step back. Good. I want you to think about, while you're doing this, you're driving weight, you're staying anchored in that front heel. So right now, if we're looking at Nate's, he's grounded through his right heel as he steps back, because we're not just loading the front of the leg here, we're also recruiting the back of the body too. And you got to make sure that you're anchored and grounded with that big toe as you go. And we have 10 seconds left. Good, good. Nice. Last couple. 3, 2, 1. All right. Preparing for plank for our elbow rocker. Okay. Remember, you've got lots of different options at home. Good. All right. Okay. In 5 seconds, we're going to go. Getting ready. All right. Nate's up on his toes. He's keeping a nice flat torso, right? His booty's not up and he's not sagging down. And that little shift. Katie's got her little shift going with her hold. Looks good. We picked a little bit more challenging moves for you today because sometimes it can be tricky to do strength training at home because a lot of people think you need a bunch of equipment, but moving your body weight is sometimes the hardest weight of all to move, right? 2, 1, and rest. How are we doing? Feeling good? Okay, all right. We are going into our lunge. All right, and this will be the last round, round 3. So, I hope you're doing okay at home. Comment below, let me know how it's going. Please, too, if you have any questions, shout them out, let us know. Maybe you're not sure, what can I grab at home to add more resistance? We can add some of that. Remember, you can fill a pillowcase with something heavy, some water jugs. I don't know about you, but I've been squatting my dog food bag at home. You got to get creative and resourceful and know that you are still moving forward and you can still make progress even at home. We have 10 seconds left and we will be done with this move. Good. 2, 1, and done. All right, we finished our strength workout, but you're not getting away that easily. We are ending with a little bit, just a splash of cardio to finish it off. It's going to be 20 seconds of work, followed by 10 seconds of rest. And now we are going to pick up speed and move a little bit faster. So if your heart rate wasn't up, it's about to be. We are going to do 20 seconds all out, your top speed of floor runs. Nate is going to be doing a little bit higher impact version, Katie a little bit lower, and we might even see some of her famous or maybe infamous salsa moves, all right? We got 4 rounds, 10-second countdown, and we are going to go. You're going to take an athletic stance, and I want you to imagine you have a box on the floor that you're running in and out of as fast as you can. 2, 1, and begin. Remember, top speed we had talked about, that your heart rate might have stayed a little bit lower in this workout. Now let it go. Let's get it up. We're going to get a little bit sweat going. And we have about 5 seconds, and then we're going to rest for 10. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're resting. And then get ready because we're going to go again. That rest is going to go real quick. 2, 1, and go. Think in, out, out. In, out, out. You're trying to have quick feet. Good. Nice. Yes, athletic arms, right? Last couple. This is a really good one, too. If you got family stuck at home and they need a quick wiggle break, get them up and get them running inside. Let's rest. We have 2 rounds to go. Do we need some spirit fingers? Okay. All right. Okay, we're doing good. Last couple. 2, 1. In, out, out. Round 3 of 4, and then we're going to call it a day, people. Good. Doing good. Nice. Ooh, Stacy, I see you are working hard at home. I love it. I bet your feet are going top speed right now, knowing how much coffee you drink. And rest. Okay, this is the final round. Everybody, get ready. We're getting ready here. The last 20 seconds of the workout, and begin. In, out, out. Using your arms to counterbalance you as you go. We are halfway. You've got 10 seconds left. Last couple. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, that completes our strength day, but before I let you go, I want to make sure that we get in a little cool down and a little stretch beyond just strength and cardio. We always need to cool down and relax a little bit before you move on with your day. So we're going to come down to the floor to cool down a little bit. The first move I'm going to have you do is you're going to lay all the way down. You're going to hug in your knee. Give it a hug for a few seconds. And then keep it in close. Bring it across while the other arm comes out to the side. You should feel a really nice stretch in your hips and your back. Hold for about 30 seconds. Breathe, relax. Close your eyes if that sounds good to you. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. So hug that knee in. We're holding here for 30 seconds. Start thinking about your intention for the day. You got your workout in. It's got to feel so good to have that done and off your to-do list. Next move we're going to do is going to be a hip opener. So you'll be in a kneeling lunge. Flip forward and push your hip forward. Now we're not trying to go super extreme here, just enough where you feel a stretch. So if my right knee is forward, I'm going to feel the stretch in my left. And you can push forward gently and slowly if it feels good. And you're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. Again, breathing. You can close your eyes if it feels good, but remember, if you're in a split stance and you close your eyes, your balance might be a little wonky. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Arm out, hips square. I'm going to push forward really, really gently. I'm not trying to crank on my hip flexor. I'm just trying to get a little stretch. And we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Breathing. Okay, I'm going to try to close my eyes. Let's see if I can keep my balance. A little wobbly, not bad. I'm going to have to keep practicing that one myself. Okay, and our final move is a little upper body stretch. So you can sit with your legs out, cross-legged, whatever feels good. You're going to bring your arm up and across. Right, we worked some of our arms and our shoulders today. For about 30 seconds. You can play with the angles here too. Like if it feels a little bit better to go lower, that's fine, or a little bit higher, that's okay. And then coming across to the other side. Ooh, I'm tighter on this side. Good, last couple, breathing, close your eyes, thinking about how proud you are that you just crushed your workout for the day. All right, that is it. We thank you so much for saying yes to you and your health today. We are back every morning at 8:30 Central Time, so we will see you again tomorrow. Take care, and we love you.